just in general would say seemed to struggle a while with just the consistency. But the gear definitely is there. Great straight pull runner. Both of them have run many 100 and outs in matches.
The congestion over by the top left. 6 and the 7 do pocket. Nothing for openers on the solids though. So I'm going to look to develop something with stripes here. Try. Moved a couple balls out of that area. But the 14 is still blocked by the 6, so is the 10. He has the 15 if he wants to keep the run going here.
Yeah, just wondering, the 6 is really not laying to follow the 14 right behind it, but now can you still make the 10 in the top left and possibly get shape for the 15 in the bottom, for the 14 in the bottom left? I don't think he had that kind of option, but I mean, I don't think he's landed too weird. I think he still has the 10 to get nicely on the 14.
Yeah, he's going to have to elevate. Might have to bank the 14. Well, bank the 10 even. Shot. $11 passes into the bottom right. Cue ball's coming up from the rail just slightly too much, but I think he is going to try to get down there with some left spin. Ended up in between here. Might have ended up perfect actually. Could cut the 13 in the side and have the cue ball miss the 3-9-2 all the way around. But I believe the cue ball would hit off the second rail, so he's going to consider a bank here. Shot. It's able to come across down one rail.
Yeah, I guess so. 2 bank shots now in this rack.
Maybe just slightly too far here, but looks like he's straight enough that he can hold over on the right side of the table. Had to cross it over, but good shot.
So nice opening breaker run from the young Yannick Pongers, who's actually won a Eurotour event not long ago. That time it was 10 ball, so a little bit different, but still just showing that he is on top of his game, and yeah, definitely a future promise. I mean, he's young, he's like 19 years old, already winning a Eurotour event. I believe he's finished last 16 in the European Open, so definitely capable of making huge runs. And now looking to extend his lead by 2-0. It's a race to 8, and the break is per 2, so 2 breaks each at a time. He's not going to be too happy. First visit to the table for Spitzky.
Just missed the 5 here.
At the time.
15 getting close to.
He's not going to be too happy. First visit to the table for Spitzky.
Well, I can see what you're saying about Spitzky being up quickly, because really shooting the first shot within about 30 seconds is something you don't see commonly in 8-ball.
Yeah, a player that plays a lot of straight pull or rotation. Really haven't seen him play too much 8-ball. I'm not saying I've never seen him play 8-ball, but it doesn't happen too often. So kind of interesting to see if things will work like he plays straight pull, because he likes to go very aggressive and he's not too shy to swing at something. So banks or long shots, moving the cue ball, he's not too scared.
Yeah, he's going to try to get straight on the 9 here. I believe the 9 will play okay into the corner. Straight would be perfect. The smallest angle going to the left. Still recover with getting onto the 12 and then drawing straight back for the 14. (14, 12, 9) can work too. A little funny here, Tim. Not much is happening over on the right side of the table. I guess you can play the cue ball near the 7 and just take the 9 into a longer pocket.
Yeah, it would have been nice to be straight on the 12, to draw straight back for the 9 in the right center, but as you can see, different angle. Still fine though. I mean, could stun into the right long rail, could kill the cue ball real soft. I mean, plenty of options. Yeah, one
number 2.
One dry break
from Pongers. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for both of them, the biggest challenge I would say is the break. I mean, I'm not saying they can't break the balls. They have a nice pop, you know, on the cue ball, and you know they have good energy, but sometimes the cue ball is a little bit wild. So the aiming is not always as consistent. We just had that match with Zolnoki and Kasper Matikainen, where Zolnoki just hit it so straight in the face, like 7 out of 8. I do not expect that to happen, but I do expect that when they actually hit it well, a lot of balls will go down. So first break of the 2 for Spitzky. Let's see if I'm right.
Yeah, good pop and power, and as you were guessing, did hit it off square a bit, but hit it with so much power that he was able to make 3 balls there. Breaking with a wood cue, rare to see that now. But he's wide open here, Tim.
Yeah, just maybe the opening shot could be a little tricky. I mean, it's not like the 11 is tough or the 14 is tough, but I would more think about the cue ball still running a little bit, or yeah, well, landing a little bit awkward after.
Oh, missed ball. First missed ball of the match. And Ponger's going to come back to the table with stripes here. 12 and the 10, definitely the toughest stripes on the table. Oh, that was the first shot, Tim? Really?
Yeah, he actually could have
Oh.
chosen to play a little bit easier as an opening shot.
So yeah, pretty easy, solid pattern here for Pongers. Getting back the one, likely getting back the one break of serve here in rack number 3.
A little bit awkward to get from the 4 to the 3 ball. Will be interesting to see if he leaves himself low on the 3, more cut.
Yeah, he's going to try to get off the rail a little bit, just to possibly afford him a chance to not run into the 8. Looks like he's straight enough, though, that he can miss the 8 to the left. Have to run into it. It's okay, he was pushing it into open space. Good out there from Pongers. Wide open break, took full advantage.
Yeah, definitely getting that game on the board on Spitzky's break is going to put a little bit more pressure on Spitzky's next break, of course. Knowing that, well, you might struggle on this break and your opponent has 2 breaks in a row. We could be looking at 5-1 possibly if this break goes wrong.
Yeah, when you win the first game of your opponent's break, it's a good mental edge. Kind of like you're free rolling it, getting a lead. Pretty good hit, but a little off square again. But again, making 3 balls this time. Not much for openers again. Could possibly combo the 5 onto the 13, but the 13's kind of not hanging over the pocket as much as he'd want. Would you start 10 here, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I think he doesn't have too many other options, right? Or a little bit risky, I actually think, to hit the 13 there. Could have tied up something, and the 13 was possibly nice to do something with the 11.
Yeah, a bit of work to be done here. Looks like the 5 might have blocked the 12. Even if it hasn't, he's going to have to get on the 15 pretty quickly. Tight position on the 11. So overdrawing this. He's in trouble here. Still has the 11. It's going to be tough to predict the path of the cue ball coming back towards the 12. He's still going to stick with a jump here. Ideally playing position onto the 11, but this is trouble overall for Spitzky.
Yeah, even when making the 12 has to open up the 11 or get on the 15, like you said, is difficult, tough, and now
Nice play.
does that 11 go?
I think it does. Cue ball's going to be running into the 7, and the drawing angle's not going to really play back towards the 15. But he'll be happy to even have some kind of shot on the 11 here. I guess you could draw it and play the cue ball back towards the 4. Nice shot. Good recovery here from Spitzky, and he's got through the second part of this rack. In the level of score at 2 each.
Yeah, 2 each it is, and still a very nice run out after being in trouble quite a bit actually. So now it's up to Yannick Pongers. 2 breaks coming up for him.
Both players have been airing off to the right side of the rack a little bit. Coming dangerously close to going directly in the side. See how Pongers manages here. Makes the wired ball for a railer going towards the corner. Doesn't fall, but he's made about 3 others. Nice break. Ponger's going to have to be a little leery of the 8. Looks like it could pass past the 6 in the left middle. Didn't see the 10 ball behind the 1 at the beginning of the rack there. Nice shot. A little too much angle now on the 10, but it's okay on the 12 or the 14. Looks like he's going to take the combo here and leave 1 ball up at this end of the table, so he won't have to move the cue ball as much back towards the 8. The 8 must go on the side, Tim, the way he's playing the run out. I'm surprised he's shooting the 12 here.
Yeah, me too. I actually do like the 12 to play for the 8 in the left center if it must go, I guess. Because I probably would have liked to play the combination and maybe nudge the 8 already.
Yeah, I think he would have made some kind of attempt at moving it if it didn't go.
A little bit of a cut here. We'll have to kill the cue ball or draw it to the center. Quite the cut on the 14 now. A little bit difficult to get on the 8. I mean, as you can see, it does go to the left center, but to hold the cue ball is a little bit tricky, and if you catch the 4, you might not end up on the 8.
Yeah, he's going to have to target the cue ball perfectly between the 4-7 here. Could be there. How's the speed? It's there. Great shot. 15 feet of cue ball movement. Getting the cue ball into a real small zone. Pongers serving note that he'll be a tall order to defeat in this match.
Yeah, don't forget we are using a shot clock, 35 seconds per shot, 1 extension per rack, extra 25 seconds and 60 seconds after the break. And this is actually quite a thing by playing 8-ball, is you really need that 60 seconds after the break, I feel like, because when you finally start to go, you kind of have to just keep going. You cannot really take more time to think.
Yeah, and all players getting used to the shot clock standards now, but if there's one game that it's going to be a little bit tougher to manage in, it's 8-ball because there's so many choices. As you were saying, though, both players not afraid to let go a little bit. He got a little kiss at the end there Two ball wasn't actually down, but it nicked off the 6 and played into the corner.
Well, interesting to see that he's not starting near that top left corner.
Yeah, I think they actually all go. I know what you mean. You want to have some tight cue ball movement there, but he did need to get on the 13, and he did it quickly.
So probably stop shot on the 9, 12 in the bottom left, 11 in the top right, and then from 14 to 8.
I like that.
But has to have the cue ball on the string. He did go to the 14. Oh, okay, so 14, 12, 11, 8.
Yeah, this could
more
work too.
movement, but
Does he have a little too much angle here? No, it's okay.
yeah, could kill the cue ball. The center of the table. Could also let the cue ball go a little bit. Play the 8 in the left center. Mint on the 8. So 4-2. 2 breaker runs from Pongers. And let's see if Spitzky can answer. I think overall Spitzky has been struggling a little bit more. If you look on the run outside, you know, losing the cue ball just slight bit. And I mentioned also the break, you know, he needs a little bit more square break. Cannot really afford himself to make any more mistakes, being down 4-2 and him breaking. Anything that happens on the break or him not running out could be the difference in this match.
Decent hit. He's going to get the 7 and the 12. And again, fairly wide open spread here. Opening shot on the solids is tough. Does have the 1 if he wants to take it. Nothing much easier on stripes. Might be forced into taking a long pocketing shot here on the first shot. Let's have a look at the 11. It's a thin one. But won't be shooting off the rail as much and less distance. Gonna stick with the 1 here. Oh, the 5.
He's shooting the 5.
Nice shot.
So now I think I would like to get to the 4 now. Do it rather sooner than later. 4-2, 6-8. Not too sure about playing the 2 in the side and following for the 4. It just really depends on how perfect you get on the side pocket. If you land a little bit off angle, you might not get to the 4.
Yeah, good favorite angle with the cue ball going to the right here. And looks like that's what he's done. Gonna have 1 angle to play over for the 8 again. It's good there. A little more speed than ideal. Missable here, Tim. And, yeah, and being stuck 4-2. Big shot in the match. Got it. And that's the first one of his set of 2 breaks, and he'll be looking to even the score at 4 each again on his second break here.
Yeah, landed a little bit straight on the 4. Caused him to get more angle on the 8 than he probably wanted to, but managed to pull it off, and as you said, needs another good break. Now, last break, none of the usual suspects dropped, so would like to work on that a little bit. Maybe move the cue ball just slightly left or right, maybe a little bit back. I mean, there's options.
A little more square on the hit that time, making one in the top left. Again, wide open spread. Could start with the 1-9. Starts with another stripe. 10 to 13 are going to be a bit of a problem. If he does start with the 1-9, he can open up the 10. Oh, he's undercut it. Just kind of a different skill in 8-ball too, trying to pocket balls and run into other balls. Not something you typically do in rotation. Easy to kind of take your mind off the first shot when you're really trying to make something happen with the cue ball. So a chance for Pongers to go 2 back in front here, and a good chance. He's up quickly. 7-4, 3-2, 6.
Yeah, laying really nice. I mean, doesn't really have to think too much. 3-2, 4-8.
And he showed that he has break and run power in this match. He has 3 so far.
Yeah, looks to be 5-3, and he has 2 breaks coming up. So that one mistake could make a huge difference, like I mentioned before. Like, if you have a dry break on your break or miss a ball on your break, it can now cost you like 3 games.
Pongers back to the middle here. Breaking in the same place he has on his first 4 breaks. There goes a wired ball this time. Took a little bit off.
Yeah, first look at the table. Pretty decent layout, just a 6-9. Might need some work, but he has 2 stripes near. He could play the 13 and open it right now.
Yeah, 2-ball could have been a little tough if he took solids too. So going with the stripes here. 10 passes the 4. Question if the 9 passes the 6. The way he's playing the run out, I think it might. Did it in the bottom left, but he has it in the bottom right now. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about Yannick, Tim. He's just kind of a flow player. Players are very dangerous when they get hot.
Yeah, pinpoint shape and another break and run for the young man from the Netherlands. Pongers now 6-3 and has one more break. I think Spitzky could be in trouble.
Yeah, especially in 8-ball, if you get a 3-game separation like this, alternate, not literally alternate breaks, but with 2 at a time. I'm going to consider him a favorite from here, but he'll want to get on the hill and really extend his lead in rack number 10. Perfect break that time. That's his best break of the match.
Yeah, and I just had a quick look at the table again. I believe he can just take on the 15, open up the 13, and it's wide open right after. You wouldn't want to go solids here as there's no solid near that 3-ball, the red 3-ball.
Nice play. 10 ball's a little covered, but if he gets straight on the 9, he can get it into the area he needs for the 10. Let's go and get on it now.
Yeah, a little bit of traveling to do, maybe around the 11-14 to get nice on it, but it's wide in the open and it's up for the taking. Possible 7-3 upcoming, and Spitzky does have 2 breaks, but even then, yeah, not really easy to make a comeback.
Yeah, it's been a high-level match from Yannick here. A lot of break-and runs. Seabury tries to play the 8. It's pretty far from the side and bordering on being a little sharp in the side. He's running to the 4, so he's going to have the option to come back between the 1-8, play the 8 in the same pocket. Keyball's kind of playing towards the side in that case, but he'll know that. We try to hit it light enough speed that it doesn't get to the side or over to the right long rail. Good shot. On the rail, but big favorite here. And there it is. Pongers replying with 2 strong break-and runs, getting through the racks quickly. And it's going to be up to Spitzky to definitely hold his 2 breaks here and narrow the gap a little bit.
Yeah, no more mistakes allowed from this point. Has to play perfect and kinda has to be a little lucky on Yannick's break, hoping for any mistakes or scratch or dry break. Oh.
Jam the 14 in the top left. Little off square, so the middle of the rack kind of coming back together a bit.
Well, it did turn out to be quite open. Just when you go for solids, the 4 is difficult to get to.
Yeah, I think you could run the cue ball into the 13, or even that's a good play too. Try to open up that area. It didn't really open it up. It was a good try.
Yeah,
Could
might
fall
like
in the
to
window
run
between the
into
4 13.
Yeah, or run into the 13. You're like most likely to be on the 5 ball anyways. Don't really think something could go wrong.
Tried to get into it. Open up the 2 a little more. 4 is available on the side. I think he has to take it now. Oh, really surprised not taking the 4 here.
Maybe
but once the 2 is gone, he has
up.
opened up the pocket. Sorry, kid.
Yeah.
There is room to avoid the scratch between the 7 and the corner, but I think he'll draw back all the way back for the 5 here. Enough speed, little angle with the cue ball going into the short rail. Can come up 2 rails for the 4. Right around where he's at. You'll want an angle with the cue ball avoiding the 8 going towards the 7. 7 here, Tim, really. It's just confident pocketing here.
Well,
it's a little in between.
A little bit of trouble. Yeah, best thing he can do is indeed look for the center of the table and take the cut on the 5. Just wondering, does the 8 go in the bottom left? Because if so, you might still be able to get out. If it doesn't, you might have to run into the 8 of the cut.
Yeah, lots of room over on the right side, so I think he is going to try to run into it. It's pretty thin.
Has to spin the ball, so a little bit of a toughy shot. Oh,
it's not there.
Well, that could be all, because Yannick is on the 12. Has a chance to close out the match here and found a window everywhere.
Reminds me of Victor Zelinsky a little bit. Not a lot of pre-shot routine. Just kind of gets over the ball. See the talent in his stroke and the way he carries himself around the table.
Interesting to see that he's still taking the 15 out as soon as possible. I was thinking just float the 10 in and draw off the 15 to the 11, but he's really trying to leave himself the easy angles.
Yeah, he's playing into the angle of the 10 here, looking good. And strong match. Really only one mistake from Yannick. Took advantage of all the errors from Marco.
Yeah, so we will see Marco Spitzky later on in the loser bracket. Didn't really get going that much. Made a couple mistakes. We'll have to hit a gear later on because it's Yannick Pongers who advances through the winners round, beating Marco Spitzky 8-3. So thank you, Eric Gorlefsen, and myself, Tim Dorito, in the booth. And hopefully we'll see you very soon. Don't think we have a match in the next round, but probably in, I think, like 2 hours our next match will be available on Probability TV. So hopefully we'll see you back soon.
Okay, talk to you soon.